Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, used in their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away. Esp Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at Esp Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Rail fans, you have the ultimate rail fan experience when you stay at Railside Lodging in Folkestone Funnel Crew Headquarters, just yards from the rails themselves, with 30 and 50 amp hookups with a dump station. Just sit, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of rail life. Peaks Cabin and Chessie Caboose are directly across from the train watching platform as well. Call today and book your ultimate rail fan experience.
Rustlin Dixie Custom Framing, Unique Gifts and Cafe is located at 3742 Main Street in downtown Folkestone, Georgia. Lunch is served on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come join the fun food and fellowship whether you're a local tourist or a rail fan. We also serve Bluebell ice cream, coffee, and lattes, while we also have train designs on custom t-shirts and unique gifts. Come see us.
Hey Indian fans! United First Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Coach Murray Show, the Tift area edition. We're going to go back and take a look at the homecoming game last week. Boy, all kind of festivities last week, Coach. Covered our first ever pep rally. Had over 500 views on our pep rally. I've never done that before, but that was awesome. Had a good time with that. Big game Friday night, homecoming. It was a defensive battle. I mean, I don't know. It was a battle. It was just a battle in general. Talk about Friday night and going into that game Friday.
Well, going into the game, I mean, everybody kept focusing. We were pretty hot. We were 2-0, and McIntosh, they were 0-2. But McIntosh, they played some real good schools. They played both the Glenn County schools. They played Glenn Academy and Brunswick, who are both, they're good in their league. Yeah. And their league is 5 and 6A. We watched them on film, and they're by far the best team we had played so far. They're big and strong, and we told our kids, and our kids, they did it. They didn't catch us off guard by any means, but they put it to us early, and it was a shock for some of our kids because we're pretty still young in the secondary. We had a couple freshmen out there, and they had big plays early. Well, I think about all the plays where they either scored on big play or they were set up by big plays, and it was just sweeps and stuff, something like you rec leagues do. You get the fastest man outside, but the good teams, good defensive teams, they have a guy in the secondary would come up and force that, and we didn't step up and do it to start off. But I'm real proud of about the fact that our kids didn't quit.
They did.
We were down 14-0. We could have folded up the tents right then, and we came back and we had a pretty good drive and scored and made it 14-7. We're back in the thing, and we go and they scored another one. Another big play, and we're at halftime down 15, and we had a little heart to heart. You got to be real careful with young kids. You can't crush their souls.
Right.
But they have to be talked to sternly about. You got to lift them up too. A long time in my career, I've learned that you gotta love on these kids a little bit.
Yeah.
You just can't do the old,
can't do the old school
cankerous coach, stuff. Just beating them down. They've got to be picked up, especially nowadays. And they responded. I did challenge their manhood a little bit, and talked to them sternly, and they responded, Yeah,
they did. Came out
and we came out firing, and we scored, right off the bat, and we just we had to, our offense didn't set up for long drives, but we had like a 9-play drive and 11-play drive for touchdowns, and that that's pretty good for our offense, and that says a lot about our kids, fighting and scrapping and things like that. And of course, their offense, that's how they're set up to do. So we only got to touch the ball 3 times. And I was also proud of the fact that we didn't have a lot of guys laying down on the field, with cramps and stuff, so they were conditioned. Right. I wonder about are we doing the right thing in the weight room and stuff, and we are. And we're about a year away. You could tell that on the field. We're about a year away in the weight room because the guys that we played the other night were bigger and stronger than us. Mm-hmm. They're older though too. But I feel like our guys are getting better and better in the weight room, and we're about a year away. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be where we need to be. But we just got to keep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You could tell Friday night that several of their players were cramping.
Yeah, they
in
were
the second half, and our guys, we didn't have that issue.
Yeah, so I think it's because they were bigger, toting more stuff around. But it is a compliment to what the amazing job that Coach Jones does in there, and we have all the coaches contributing to the weight room. Coach Wittenberg down at the middle school, Coach Phillips comes in when he can, and Coach Lloyd comes in when he can as well. And but Coach Jones has done an amazing job since he's been there for all sports. I mean, you saw a little pop in our baseball team this spring, and those guys are in there with us. At the same time, we have like a varsity period 4th block, and the guys that are heavy hitters and that bust the ball, they're in there with us, and so it's paying off. Yeah. It's paying off, and that's the one thing when I got the job, we talked about the weight room, and I wanted to get a guy to run it, and we're so lucky to have Coach Jones to do that.
I wanted to ask you, I know you've got stats and all over there, you're going to hit on it in just a minute, but when we pulled within a touchdown, our defense is back on the field and playing really well in the second half. They played good in the first half and played really well in the second half. I had my camera on that measurement. That 3rd and 1, how'd it go from 3rd and 1 to first down from one side of the field to the other?
Sometimes high school fields don't line it. The biggest thing, that I got a flag on that.
I know you did.
Well, because number one, the referee rolled the ball. I still don't understand what rolling the ball has to do with anything, but he rolled the ball. But the roll the ball, I guess he was trying to see if it hit the stick. First thing I looked at, sometimes sticks can get bent. Our stick was straight as could be, an arrow, and it didn't hit the stick. And he immediately, signal first down, and I quote, all I said was, "That ain't right." I know I'm not using proper English, but I yelled, "That ain't right. That ain't right."
Right.
One time, and he threw a flag on me. I said, "You got to be kidding me." But you notice it wasn't a 15-yarder. Yeah. And that was one of them things like, okay, I messed up, Coach, but you're not going to yell at me. But because I was in high school baseball umpire, but it just kind of bewildered me a little bit. So I haven't got a 15-yard 15 unsportsmanlike yet. Right. I just got a 5-yard sideline warning. But I wished I hadn't have got it because it gave them the first down. Well, they already gave them the first.
Defending your kids.
Well, they already had the first down. It made it 1st and 5. But what it would have happened for them. Chances are they probably would have got it, but they would have had to snap the ball again.
Right.
And right toward the end there, they ran the ball, had a pretty good gain. They picked it up, and our freshman took it in for about 90 yards. He scooped it and scored. Maybe that would have happened that play.
Exactly.
You don't ever know what's going to happen, and you got to and you're right. You got to fight for your kids. I mean, they were out there fighting, and like I said, I did nothing inappropriate because I looked at Coach Phillips. He goes, "What, Right. Because you said, I said, what did I say? He told me. I said, well, I thought that's what I said. But anyway, it's, it didn't come down to that one call. And, I think overall the officiating was well, and you could point to that. But, hey, it was what it was. They were a better team than we were, but we played hard. And, I told them after the game, the only way I could have been more happy with them is if we'd pulled out to win. Right. Because I was proud of the fact that they did not quit. I told you last week we had to see some adversity, see how we respond to that, and I mean we're trying to get these kids up to a different level, to the level we once were here, right. And we're trying to get it, and we're taking steps that way. And one of the biggest steps is, hey, don't have quit in you. I want to see them fight until the end, and I was proud of them for that.
They were fighting. I mean, we were 3 minutes to go. Hamilton runs that thing back 90 yards.
Yeah, and
we're right back in it.
And we just, we had a whatever with that fourth. We had to go for it on fourth down, at the end to try to get the first down, and and we didn't get the first down.
But that's the only reason why I brought up the measurement, that whole scenario, is because I felt like, I mean, I could have been wrong, but I felt like with the MCA having the ball at that end, and it would have been 4th and 1 instead of first down, they may have punted right there because it was only an 8-point ball game.
Yeah, that's true. They might have, but neither here nor there. It's over with. We're moving on.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Yeah. Well, let's hit on some stats, Coach. I know on the offensive side of the ball, Cobb had close to 100.
Well, yeah. Well, we rushed for 78 yards. We didn't quite get 100 yards, but we had to throw it a little bit more than we did pass because we had to.
There he goes with that cameo. Got that cameo in there.
Yeah. And but he rushed for 74 yards and he had a touchdown. And Kyler Williams only rushed one time, but it was a 10-yard run. It was good. One that really is surprising us is little freshman Amari Williams. He caught the ball well and he ran well with the ball. And I'm excited about him because he's a little fire plug, and I'm excited to watch him continue to play for us. He caught 4 balls for 47, and he had another touchdown. And our offense wasn't as sharp as it was the week before, but we were playing a better defense too. And we didn't have a lot of attempts either. Like I said, we only had it 3 times because of time in the second half, but we were pretty productive somewhat in the second half.
Over on the defensive side of the ball, we gave up a couple of long, big plays in the first half, but in the second half, defense really tightened up. Yeah. I'd love to know what you said to them during halftime.
It wasn't really, I sat there, and the way we set our meeting room up is we have a chalkboard or whiteboard on one end and a whiteboard in the other. And, when they come in, I talk to them for a few minutes as a team and, kind of like a cheerleader sort of, and then the coordinators, they break them off and talk to them.
Gotcha.
And, our kids were listening. Boy, they were doing all kind of adjustments and things like that, and they were – the coaches, Coach Jones and Coach Phillips were getting after it, making adjustments, and the kids were soaking it up, and it showed when they got out there. It showed when they got out there, and I'm proud of what they did and how the coaches coached them up and responded, because I think we got a pretty good relationship between the coaches and the kids, and that's real important, and it's just going to get better, I hope.
Did we have I know we had leading tacklers and whatnot on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, Jalen Lilly, he led us in tackles this week, and he, in fact, him and Johnson tied the week before, so that's 2 weeks that he's led in tackles. He has 6 solos and 3 assists, and we would have liked more production out of him since he's a middle linebacker, but it is what it is. He was a lead tackler. And, it's just kind of the spreadsheet. You can look at it, and I'll even post these for you. You can see it's all spread out with a number of players. There's like 14 or 15 different players that was getting into, into plays.
All right, Coach, what the special teams Friday night?
Well, we had a couple, a lot of people go, what in the world is Tony doing punting the ball? But that's designed that way. And to pin them, if we're on the side, we try to get him to put it somewhere, and he's doing pretty good. He's doing what we ask. I was really worried about special teams coming into the season because I'd watched some college football before we started, and everything seemed to be dictated on miscues on the special teams. And we really harp on it. We try to work on them every day, and they've been pretty solid. White has been a pretty good kicker, extra point. I hate to say this, knock on some wood, but it's pretty much automatic. He's going to kick an extra point.
Yeah, he's doing real good.
Yeah, and that's going to be when we have a chance to kick a field goal. I'm not going to be scared to pull that trigger, get him out there within his range. He won't be kicking 40-yarders and stuff. But if we're 4th and whatever, and we're inside the 20, I'm going to let him get out there and kick it. He's good for 35 or so. So that's good to have. That's better than not coming away with anything.
I heard that. Hey, Coach, Friday night, the crowd, huge crowd here Friday night for homecoming. That was awesome to see.
There was a lot of people here, and I knew I was hoping it would be that way. We were 2-0, people were excited, and it was homecoming. You know, they wanted to see the girls in the pretty dresses and things like that, and the dads all suited up trying to escort them. I wish I could see that sometimes, because a lot of guys I know that do that, and it's a big thing. The kids have a great days all week, you know, doing different things, and they have a big pep rally. They decorate the gym. Of course, you had it on there, and everybody got to see it, and they enjoy it. And our kids really respond to that crowd, you know.
Yeah.
And the crowd, you can feed off the crowd. I don't know how in the world these NFL guys are playing in front of 10,000, or even well, I say in front of 10,000, but I mean that's a lot, but not in a big 80,000 foot seat stadium. You know,
you almost have to feel like you're practicing.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the crowd brings a different level to your team, and I enjoy them being there. And they beat on those bleachers a little bit, make it loud. And
they did.
And
in the third quarter, they were jamming on them bleachers.
The kids enjoy that. You know, it helps them. They get fired up, and I appreciate every person. You know, from the little fellas all the way to the older people that just support them. I mean, it makes the kids feel so good.
All right, Coach. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll start getting into the Tift area.
Okay.
You got anything else you want to hit on Friday night?
No, sir.
All right, we'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show on CSN.
Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills. And we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone. So stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
The Running Bear Outpost, located in the heart of Traders Hill Campground in Folkestone, Georgia at 1388 Tracy's Ferry Road, just yards from the St. Mary's River, where there's great fishing, boating, beach fun, and more. We have all of your camping needs, from ice and snow cones to boiled peanuts, drinks, snacks, and so much more. Charcoal, Coleman fuel, and camping supplies. Come and join the river or camp with us under these peaceful, majestic oaks for just $20 a night, full hookup for RVs and campers, or $10 a night for tent camping. We look forward to seeing you in the Running Bear Outpost. Come out and relax a spell. Allen Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Four Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral.
It's Ram Power Days at Walker Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to celebrate, we're offering this jaw-dropping 2020 Dodge Ram 2500 HD Limited with a 6.7 Cummins diesel and all the bells and whistles. Wait for it, $7,000 off and 0% for 36 months. $7,000. And of course, Walker Jones is the home of the lifetime warranty. Guts, glory, Ram. Walker Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Memorial Drive in Waycross. And online at WalkerJonesChryslerJeepDodge.com. Some restrictions apply. See details ends 9/30/20.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. Tift area Panthers coming up Friday night, Coach, 7:30 kickoff. They're allowing everybody in. You can get tickets at the stadium.
That's right. We got an email from, I'm pretty sure it was a headmaster. They sent it to the school. Also, I've talked to their head coach, and they'll be selling tickets at the game. No, that's the only place you can get them. You can't pre-sale, or they're not pre-sold.
Now, I know you had shared something from Clinch County earlier today. Those tickets next week will be available at the school.
Yeah, Clinch is not selling tickets at their game, so you'll have to, if you want to go to that game and get a ticket, which that's the only way you can go. You have to buy a ticket from our high school. They're all going to send their AD, Winston Peterson. He's going to send some to our school, and you'll be able to get them. And I don't know what day that is. As soon as I find out the day, I'll let people know.
All right, we'll certainly share it on the page. Well, Coach, back to Tift area, back to the Panthers. They're 2-1. They play a private school, smaller private school. We'll have the address to their stadium on our website before Friday.
Yeah.
What do we expect out of the Panthers, Coach?
They're well coached. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the days when we used to play Turner, when we first started playing Turner, Eric Soliday, who's actually the brother of Irwin County's head coach, he was their head coach. He was the head coach at Americas when they beat us up at the Dome and they won those championships. And he went back to Turner and he retired from public school. I don't know exactly when, but I think he's been there for several years. I think after he retired from the JHSA, the public school, and he's been there. They're a well-coached team. You could tell them they're scary looking if you got to play them because I think they can do everything offensively. They get in the wing tee, they get in the spread, and then all of a sudden they're in an old Notre Dame box, and it's amazing. You don't know what's coming at you, so Coach Jones has got to be prepared for everything, and then that makes your kids have to be prepared for it, and they're cookie cutter linemen. They're not extremely big, but they're not small neither, and they all have flat backs and when I'm in their stance and they come off the ball, you can tell they're well coached. They play hard. This is going to be a huge challenge for us because we're getting better, but we're not where the Spears used to be, where we could show up on the field and have 14 points. We've got to work for everything that we get. That's one of our old blue collar mentality. We got to try to win today, no matter what it is. And Anthony Baker, he had our devotion several weeks ago, and he was talking about David and Goliath, and he was talking about that was a great story, but the way he presented it was you got to face your giant, and it doesn't matter who's in front of us. That's the giant for today. Last week it was McIntosh. This week is Tift area. Next week it'll be Clinch, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And then in between every day, like today, it was a nice day today, but we still had practice. Wednesdays are nice for us. We get out of school early, we practice, but they tend to be the longest practices because we can fit things in. Mm-hmm. And it's got to be a challenge where the kids they have to win that challenge. They can just look at it, that's our giant for today. We got to beat that giant. And like I said, Tift area, get back to them. They're well coached. They've had some success in the playoffs and they're in the GISA. And they played a familiar opponent to us, Frederica, last week, and they beat them, I think, 21-18. Good ball game, and they remind me a lot of Frederica when we played them the first time. Now they don't have kids going to Auburn or anything like that, but they got some good players. Yeah, they got some players that would definitely, I'd like to have on our team, and so on and so forth. But it'll be a pretty good game.
So we need a Road Warriors over there Friday night.
We would like to have everybody in Charlotte County that could go there. And their stadium's not that big. Said it did have a lot of bleachers, but I would love to see the bleachers they had full and maybe bring a lawn chair and they could sit on the side too.
I was going to ask about that. I Google Earthed their stadium today before the show, and that's what I was thinking. We probably need to bring some lawn chairs and stuff the way we travel.
Coach said there wasn't that many. He told me that, I've always, we've been by that stadium seems like 1,000 times since I've been coaching, because if you go north of Tifton, you go back because it's just right. You could take the exit. I have directions on that thing I sent you today. Right. But you take exit 36, which is the one to get off on to go to ABAC, and it's just 4 miles up the road. It's on State Road 41. You can see it right off the interstate, and I've seen that stadium 1,000 times and wondered what it's going to be like, and we'll be there Friday playing. It's pretty neat. Yes, sir.
We're going to find out Friday night. The kickoff's at 7:30. Like we said, now tickets are $9 for Tift area.
Yeah, I believe so. About that email, they sent that email, and when I talked to you earlier, I just wasn't sure about what was said because I didn't have the email in front of me, but I called Coach Marksman, and he pulled the email up, and that's what he read to me. So there'll be $9. Now, I don't know if there's a difference in students or adults or whatever. I don't know. It's a whole different organization than what, it's not the JHSA, it is GISA. But that's their ticket prices. I don't know if that's the standard thing or whatever, but it's $9
Okay.
at the
So
gate.
they are GISA.
Yes, sir. They're GISA. They're the same size as Frederica and I think Valwood. They're AAA, the biggest classifications in that GC.
All right. Coach, the quarterback club, you had a quarterback club meeting last night?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We had some people show up. It was bad weather yesterday, and
It was nasty.
And then we need some sand hauled out there where trucks have been going in and out of the parking lot. But we weren't able to come over here to practice right after school. We had to sit and wait, and we did film. We did some stuff in the gym, what we could do, and there was a break from the lightning, and we came over, and it was about 5 o'clock, and I mean, it must have rained. We just got wet, and it was cold, but we had to come out, and we got some time in it and got some good things out of that. And there were several dads and a couple of moms that showed up to see what what we do, and we watched the film and talked about some things, and let them ask questions and so on and so forth.
That's why I texted you yesterday afternoon if we could do the show today like we're obviously doing, because I didn't want to bring all this gear out in that monsoon last night. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. Coach, anything else we need to hit on with the Panthers? The Panthers Friday night?
Well, like I said, they're a good ball team, and we got to play. We got to play. We got to play extremely hard. It's not going to be. We got to earn everything we get. We're not. He's a great coach, and he's got those kids. They're not going to give us anything. Right. Anything that our kids get, we're going to have to earn. We got to make sure we do the same. Make them earn anything they get. They're capable of earning a lot of stuff.
Defensively, they're not going to give us anything.
Yes, right. But they need to earn it. We need to make sure we do that. And it goes on. And I don't know if people are getting tired of it or not. I hope not, because I really think this is the best thing for the team to do is try to win today. We got a challenge in front of us over there trying to win Friday night. We got to take care of what we got to take care of, and just like Anthony said, Amp said, we got to face that giant, and we got to do whatever it takes to do it. We got to step up and do it. And I'm excited for our kids. I hope a lot of you can make it over there. And I'm really liking what's going on with the whole program. Last year was the low point in the last 25 years, and I hope we're getting it back up to where it needs to be.
Yeah. I know the fans are fired up. People are
good.
loving it this year.
Well, they got a lot of good kids. They got a lot of good kids to be fired up about. I mean, gosh, they're so. I don't even want to knock on some wood. They're great at school, and kids are getting in trouble, and I perk up. It's not one of my kids. We had a little incident yesterday, a little argument, fight, so whatever, and they want to know, whatever. I said, no, that's not my kids. Not my kids, and it's outstanding to be able to say that. Yeah. They know how to conduct themselves, and even I haven't talked to Mr. Hersey about it, but my daughter's in the band, and they had to practice inside the commons area, so we were walking through them when we left the school, and my daughter said, "Daddy, did you say something to them before?" I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "They came through almost in a straight line and didn't mess with anybody." So that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So we got some great things going on. To get back what we're talking about, I'm so proud, and I love these boys the way they work hard every day consistently to try to win today, and we're trying to lay the groundwork for a championship program again. And we got to start acting like champions, and then it'll come. And they're starting to learn how to do that. We got a long ways to go though.
We're going in that direction.
Yeah, we've only won 2 ball games, and like I said the other day, we might not win a 1, but what we're going to do is we're going to get consistently better every day. We got a weight room thing tomorrow. We're going to try to get better tomorrow, and Friday as well, and so on and so forth.
The goal is to move forward every day.
Every day. That's right.
Every day. All right, folks, we'll see y'all Friday night, 7:30. We'll have the address on both the CSN websites on Facebook. So just leave early. It's about a 2-hour, 10-minute ride over there from what I did on Google Earth today.
Yeah, it's a pretty straight shot. I mean, you go to 75 and you hit 75 north and get off on exit 36. No, I'm sorry, I'm telling you wrong. Exit 64, and it's on US 41. It's about 5 miles, and the school's on the right, so it won't take long at all.
So you go up to exit 64, you make a right, go on 41, make a left, and go about 4 or 5 miles.
Go north. That's right. That's right.
It's on the left.
I think your Waze that I use, it says 4.5 miles, so I just put that around 5 miles.
All right. Oh, team feeding? Do you need help over there at the school, or y'all doing that on the road?
We're going to eat on the road this week.
Okay.
And I'll plug this guy, BMAC in Waycross. You may have heard of that little. It's a small. It used to be, I think, where Cedar River was, but I talked to him. He's excited. He was excited for us to come. I think he's going to do a little extra for the kids, but gave us a great price, and he was excited about us to come. They are moving into the Ryan's building. He said tomorrow he takes over that thing, and he's going to start this weekend remodeling it to his fashion. And he, he seemed like a great guy. So everybody have another place like that. The Ryan's is gone, but they'll have a BMAX there in Waycross. That's where we'll stop.
I know that will be exciting, and it's a sort of a local establishment, so you're helping.
I think he's a Waycross boy, I believe, but I don't know. I'm anxious to meet him more. I've talked to him on the phone twice, and he seems to be excited about what's going on and excited to have us, and he'll be super excited after he sees our kids the way they conduct themselves, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right experience for both of us.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate it as usual.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you Friday night, 7:30 at Tift area with the Panthers. Thanks for watching the Coach Murray Show. See y'all Friday night. Folkestone Auto Supply, located at 4439 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, is owned and operated by the Dasher family. They have everything you need, bumper to bumper, for domestic and foreign car parts. Big truck operators, they have you covered as well with belts, seals, hoses, welding supplies, and so much more. They even have lawnmower parts, blades, and accessories. Stop by today and see the whole crew. Big Sammy, Little Sammy, Miss Pam, Rocky, Stephen, Dave, and Miss Joe at Folkestone Auto Supply.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Tri-City Insurance is a proud sponsor of Maiden Softball and Indians Baseball. Give them a call today for all of your insurance needs at 912-496-0020.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network, Go Indians, and the Band of Pride. Since 2009, Southeast